Okay, in this video we're going to take a quick look at how and why you should resize all of your images before you upload them anywhere online. Now the how part is easy and straightforward. We'll get to that in a couple of minutes and I'll show you a very quick and very simple way to reduce your images. Why? Why do you want to reduce your images? Well, first of all, there's a practical side to things. Most images now of cameras and phones are very high quality and are quite large in size. So to upload these online can take time. They take a lot of space on websites. They will display slowly, particularly over slower internet connections. So speed is an issue if you upload large files. And sometimes the way they display can be a problem too. Sometimes you might only get to see a small corner of a very large image. This image here I have on my desktop, for example, would be a nice one to use for Vanessa's profile. Now, if I hover over that image, you can see some details of it. The dimensions of it, 3968 by 2967. The size of it is 3.1 megabytes. It's a very nice image if I wanted to print from it, but it's far too big to upload online. But there's also more here behind the scenes. This was taken with a mobile phone which has a GPS built into it. And there's a security issue too. Now, if I right-click this image and open the properties, I can go into the details tab of the properties where I'll see, again, dimensions of the image. I'll see the camera it was taken on. It's actually a Huawei mobile phone. But further down here, I can also find the GPS position of exactly where this photo was taken. So, security issues potentially. Let's imagine you're house sitting in a homeowner's home. You take some pictures. In the background on the mantelpiece there's some nice collectible objects. Anyone can look at this photo if you upload it online and take the GPS coordinates. Here I've just formatted them, taken directly from here, latitude and longitude, formatted them in a way Google will understand, and I can simply copy and paste that into Google Maps, and Google Maps knows exactly, pinpoints exactly where this photograph was taken. Now, it's not a problem in this case because we were in a restaurant, but if I show you the satellite image here and you zoom in, this is the restaurant. It's when we were house sitting in St. Vincent in the Caribbean. We were at the restaurant called The Loft, Restaurant and Bar. And this pin is exactly where we were sat. This is where our table was within the restaurant. So it's very, very precise detail of exactly where the picture was taken. I imagine you can see the potential risks in that. So what we need to do is resize our image for practical purposes, but also strip out this GPS information so that it isn't accessible when we upload the photo online. We can do both of those things in one quick, simple process. So here I have a website called resizeimage.net. We don't need any software, we don't need to download anything. We can simply do this online at resizeimage.net. Very simple process. We'll start with step one, upload an image. So I'm going to pick the image from my desktop and upload it. Now, I've fast forwarded the video there because it's still uploading. We're maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds into the upload period. So you can see because it's such a big, high quality image, it's taking time to upload this. On a slow computer connection, if someone was to view this, it would slow down the download speed. It would take a while for this image to display. So this is why we're going to resize it. So we've uploaded the image. Now we can see the image here that we've uploaded. Next thing is to crop the image. This is optional, but if you want to crop the image, you've got two choices. You can leave it normal, which will let you crop to any shape and size, or you can go with fixed aspect ratio, and that will make your box stay in the same ratio. Maybe you want it computer screen size or something like this. So we'll go with normal for this one. We're going to use it as a profile picture. and we'll make a nice crop about there. When you're satisfied with the area you're going to crop, press the crop button, and that will cut your image down to exactly the part you want. Step 3, you can rotate it. Now some phones, depending on how you were holding the phone when you took the picture, might display the image upside down here. You can rotate, if it's upside down, 180 degrees or turn it 90 degrees clockwise, counterclockwise. We don't need to change this one, it's the right way up. I can resize the image, so you can see here now my crop is 1400 pixels by 1700 pixels. I want to keep the aspect ratio, I don't want to distort it, but I can drag this down. And in this case, I'm going to drag it down to about 50%, which gives me a picture 700 by 900 pixels approximately. That's a good size for displaying on a website. So I don't need to do anything about the background because we're not going to have a background to the picture. I don't need to change the image format. A JPG, a JPEG picture is just fine. But I can also now compress the image. So rather than have best image quality, I can go to compress the image, normal compression, and again, I would suggest you can pull that down to about 50%, and that will give you a good reduction in file size without too much loss of quality. Press the resize image button, and now it's going to tell me we started with the old image here at 3.1 megabytes. Our new image is 54 kilobytes. That's a 50th, a 60th of the original image size. So I could upload 60 pictures like this in the space of one original, or it will take a 60th of the time to upload and download and display. I can take a look at the image here. It'll open in a new tab. You can see, if you look closely, maybe there is some loss of detail over the original one, but for a profile picture that's perfectly fine. All image reduction is a sort of trade between quality of the image and size of the image, so you can have a play around here. If you wanted, you could take the quality back up and try resizing and see what you get. If I tried 70, let's try 75% resize image, it's going to give the pictures a bit bigger and maybe a bit clearer. If I check between the two, it's so hard to see any difference, it doesn't really matter. Let's say we're happy with this one at 85 kilobytes, that's a good size. Anything under 100 kilobytes is perfect for uploading online now. So I can download my image and save the file, and I'll find that now in my downloads folder here. Now, if I compare that to the original, you can see my hover now shows the image size as 85 kilobytes, adequate for uploading, but quite important as well. If I go to properties and go into the details here, I've got my image dimensions, and then there's very little other detail. The date it was created, which is now today's date, the day I've adjusted it, and most importantly, there is no GPS data hidden in this picture, so no one can tell exactly where this picture was taken. That's it. Very, very simple. How and why you should reduce your images at resizeimage.net.